Good morning. Sunday is race day. We are in the lanes. We are fourth pair. We have Kyle Wurtzel. I hope I said his name right. We'll be in the right lane. It's hot, but it's not as hot as it was yesterday. So thankful for that. For us, for our driver that's got to wear a 15-layer suit. We're going up here. We're going to swing for it every time. Like 5-something, he smoked them. What does Shane say on Street Outlaws? A win's a win.
From the Crazy Factor, off the starting mark, Jasmine smoked the tires. She's looking over. She could see Antron and got back on the gas, and whoa.
All right, we back from first round. It was hot. It was greasy. It wasn't as hot as it was yesterday, though.
No, but it's still tricky out there. And I probably played it a little conservative on the starting line, but I saw Kyle out there for a little while because he drilled the Christmas tree.
I wouldn't say he drilled it.
Well, he was 54, so that's pretty dang good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think anyway.
I gotta check that.
I gotta check that. All I know is I could see about a quarter of his car, which means he's close to a full car because of the sides on our side panels. We had a hole out. I knew we did. We weren't like rolling down through there. And then Kyle disappears and we go just a split second further and then our car quit. And I'm like, did we hit the button? They hit the button on me, but they knew we had it won. So you don't want to run it all the way to the finish line with a cylinder out. So we didn't.
Okay.
We got the win.
A win's a win. I didn't say it once. A win's a win. So.
Who is it? Shane, Street Outlaws?
I said that on my video a while ago, and he did not know that, y'all. I quoted him that same thing. I said, "What'd Shane say? A win's a win."
A win's a win.
Yep. And so we got Steve-O next round. So we don't have lane choice, but Jimmo's good at these hot tracks. So we like when Jimmo's on them hot tracks.
Nikki just told me lean is mean.
There you go.
8 cylinders. So
all right.
We'll just see what happens.
We'll be back. So Clay just said he drilled the tree. We went and checked the time slip. No, he didn't. Clay needed some cheaters in that tow vehicle. He was 94 on the tree, or 93, whatever. It wasn't 50 nothing. So just a correction on that. And then I just saw, I've been going to get tires for Dentley. But when I came back, I just heard Clay say they had a scheduled engine change, which he said, and you'll see on his video. So it's the same stuff. It was just time. So they had time. They changed it. Alright guys, we are up here for round 2. We got Steve-O Torrance. He has lane choice. We're going to be in the left. He's going to be in the right. But Torrance was won something. Clay had him. I don't know exactly what happened. So we are going to go over the pro categories, and at the end of the video, me and Clay are going to do a recap, so stay tuned for that. Pro Stock Motorcycle Finals, Chase Van Sant and Gage Herrera.
From the time he threw a leg over that thing, he's been pretty close to unstoppable. And he's still unstoppable. 671, 200 miles an hour. 679 for Chase at 197. 025 to 040 on the tree, advantage Gage. 71 to 79 at the finish line, advantage Gage.
Pro Stock car is Dallas Glenn and Aaron Stanfield. Side note, Aaron Stanfield ran his daddy Greg in Factory X. Now he lost to his daddy in that class. Let's see how he does in his Pro Stock car.
And followed in the footsteps. Greg has won. If Aaron wins, a father-son winning on the same day is certainly not unprecedented. It's been done a number of times in NHRA. Still a pretty cool list to be on. Dallas Glenn has made it his mission to make sure Aaron does not get on that list. Crazily enough, for these two, it's only the second time they've ever gone head-to-head in a final round. They're ready. 2 thou and reaction time. That's the difference. Finish line. 15 thou and Dallas Glenn. 6.567. 208 beats Aaron Stanfield. 6.580. 207.
Funny card. John Force and Matt Hagan.
Force celebrated a birthday just a couple of weeks ago. Can he celebrate another one in a winner's circle? Matt Hagan's team owner, Tony Stewart, celebrates a birthday tomorrow. He wouldn't mind an early cupcake, I promise you. It's Hagan, it's Force. It's one run for a trophy at Route 66. Force has got a cylinder out, and Hagan's got a wind light on. 399, 323. Matt Hagan for the win. John Force, 409, 311 miles an hour. Force chunked her in. He always does. Got away first by a couple of hundredths. I think Matt might have cheated just a little bit up here as well. But John Force had a cylinder out, was pushing him towards the center line, and Matt Hagan goes 3.998. You want to hear the craziest thing you're going to hear all weekend? That's Matt Hagan's first venture into the threes all weekend.
Top Fuel, Antron Brown, and Sean Langdon.
For Brian and Justin to give credit where credit's due. The final two cars of the 24 Route 66 Nationals. It's Antron, 383, 324. Sean Langdon, 386, 322. Antron, 050. Langdon, 66. And then Antron outran him, 3.838, 324 miles an hour. The trophy goes to Antron Brown out of the number 6 qualifying spot. You want to hear something crazy? The last time the number 6 driver won in Top Fuel was Antron Brown, almost 2 years ago.
All right, y'all, we are back at the motorhome. We were going to sit outside and do this recap, but the wind's blowing, and I know that y'all will be like, the sound is terrible.
Yeah, we get you some microphones.
Yeah, get microphones. But I don't got time to go find them and pass them out and do all that. Not for this. So we're sitting in Clay's trailer. That's the tires I was talking about I had to go get while they were changing the motor for Dentley.
And y'all will...
That'll be another video on his channel. So... we ran Kyle Wurtzel first round. I know I already covered all that. Second round, we had Steve-O. We got left lane, didn't have lane choice. Tell us about the run.
So, I don't want to say it was a one-lane racetrack because I 100% have no clue as to what anybody else did. I get home all the time and this happens constantly. Who won Pro Stock? I don't know. Who won Funny Car? I don't know. And I do know for sure, though, during qualifying, the left lane was not as good as the right lane. There's no excuse to be had because we didn't have lane choice, so you got to take the lane that you get. And Jimmo obviously did really well last year when it was hot outside. That was last year. We still are doing plenty good when it's hot out. This being the first hot track deal. I mean, we did qualify number 2. But against Steve-O, had 300s in the bank leaving the starting line, and the dash warning lights were yelling at me, but I could hear Stevie and not see him, so I knew we were like right there. So I legged her on out down through there. It put a cylinder out 1.7 seconds into the run. And to be honest, that pretty much was it, although we only lost by 12 thousandths of a second because of the 300s on the starting line. But 89 to an 85? 89 to an 85? I think. Pretty sure 389 for us. And only 312, which is funny to say only 312, but that was 7 cylinders and it still ran 312.
I just knew it was 12th out at the stripe.
Yeah, 12th out stripe. And you were right.
Kyle Wurtzel's
did not go
slip.
on 54. That is lack of wearing my cheaters.
I told him that. I said he needed cheaters in the tow vehicle.
Yes.
Which I get it, because I need them too. So, anyway, it was a good weekend. Not like he said, qualified number 2.
Went a couple rounds.
Points, went a couple rounds, so.
And moved up a spot in the points.
In the points, so that's a good thing.
I mean, the last 3 races, the last 3 races, I think we've went from 12th in points, and I'll be honest, I have not one time looked at the points because it's too early in the year.
It is.
But
in the back of your mind, you know, you got to do the best you can to get the points. I mean, that's what it's about.
You never know. We might try to wait on the racetrack and get disqualified from a race we went to the semifinals and not find yourself in the top 10.
Every point counts.
Every point counts.
That is so true.
Yeah. Throwing that weight out, that was over $100,000 that our race team lost.
That was
not in NHRA money, I'm just going to tell you that, but there's sponsor bonuses involved. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
That's a whole
story.
Different video. Y'all can go find my video about that.
There was a good question that somebody asked me about, and this is totally off the subject. Clay rode with the Thunderbirds, and they were asking me about the G's.
No.
What G's do you pull in your Top Fuel car?
In the Top Fuel car, coming up on half track on a really good run, it's a little over 6 G's. And then the next question, obviously, well, how many G's do you pull in the Thunderbirds? So I rode with the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds many, many years ago, and we did multiple 9G pulls, but there's a difference. In the Top Fuel car, it is pushing on you. You're being pushed. Cars driving under you, and riding with the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, while one of the most amazing things I've ever done, acceleration-wise, afterburner, the whole 9 yards, this is no joke. I was kind of like, eh.
That is crazy to me. Well, to anybody.
Yeah.
So, that was really a good subject that somebody brought up on my live feed, and I was like, I got to remember to ask that because that's really cool.
It is. So, straight line acceleration, Thunderbirds not even in the ball game. Now, when they turn,
that's what I told them. I said,
that's
a different ball game.
Whole different deal. It's pushing you this way, which is why you can pass out or throw up.
Did you pass out or did you throw up?
I made it all the way through. And one of these days, I have on DVD, a CD, I've got the video from me riding in the plane. That was way before YouTube. I need to find that.
You definitely need to find that because we need to see that.
Yeah, we need to see that. But multiple 9G turns riding with those guys. I rode for basically an hour. It was awesome. After we kind of did all the tricks and flips and all the amazing things they do, he said, "Are you in a hurry?" I'm like, absolutely not. I mean, I would have rode in that thing till it run out of fuel. So I did that from an airport near Toledo, Ohio, and I'm drawing a blank where, but he's like, let's go to town. And so, I mean, he's telling me this by radio, obviously. So we cruise over Toledo and start doing some flips and loops with smoke going. And he said, basically, that's like a billboard that the Thunderbirds are in town. So
that
was,
is so cool,
yeah, it
man.
was really cool. So
Yeah.
I mean, like the VIP ride was really over with, but because I didn't get sick, pass out, none of those things.
Because they knew you were used to the G's,
Yeah.
so they were like, well, let's
Yeah.
just cruise around.
So
How cool is that?
yeah. So when y'all see those guys a few days in your city or wherever, and they're putting smoke out over your town,
Letting you know.
just calling card.
That's cool.
We're in town this weekend.
That's really cool.
Yeah, one of the coolest things I've ever done, and I've done a lot of cool stuff, but that
Tops
rates,
on the up
that
on
rates
the
up
list.
there pretty high.
All right, we're.
I got one more thing
Okay.
about that. So I've rode in private planes before. I do not have a private plane. I want y'all to know that. This is not NASCAR where drivers have helicopters and all that sort of thing. Anyway, the cool part about riding in a fighter jet is how well you can see. Because you think about it, the pilot's here and you're sitting just above him, and there's like a private plane, you know, you got small windows. Even if you're in the front, it's a smaller window. But in that fighter jet, you're in an open cockpit, you know, and you can see 360 degrees. It's
Wow, I
pretty,
didn't know that.
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That's really.
All right, I can. talk
I know
about
that was
forever.
completely off the subject, but when we was talking about it on my live feed, I was like, I'm definitely bringing that up. Anyway, thanks for all that information.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, leave me a comment. I'll be back. My next race to attend for him will be Bristol. But his next race is Epping.
Epping, New Hampshire.
Not next weekend, but the next.
I think that's correct.
And he'll be going to NASCAR to
Yep.
hang out with them. And
You'll see that content on my
there
channel.
you go. Go
But we're
check
not
his-
leaving yet.
Oh yeah, we got
We're not
something else.
leaving yet.
We got something to show you.
So, merchandise. Like Diddley. I'm bad about not wearing my own stuff.
He's bad about not like
And
trying
not
to
talking
promote
about
it out there. And everybody wants shirts with Dentley and Stomp on the Loud
Yeah.
pedal and caps. He's got hats.
Exactly. So
Go to him.
I'm being a sales guy because Tom Bailey, Sick the Magazine, Sick Week, all those sort of things. He was here this weekend.
was.
He's like, come on, boy, your sales have fell off.
Put it out there.
Get out there and get after it. And remember, all these things, Donna and I give that money to Animal Rescue. And I want to say this real quick, too, because I saw this comment on my channel of somebody saying that they don't give anything to any kind of charities. I want y'all to know that Donna does not send any of y'all's merchandise money to any organization that she cannot physically track and see what they're doing with the money.
Right. Yeah.
So,
And we are animal lovers. Well, I mean, obviously, if you watch his channel,
Yeah.
you saw his dogs.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, thank you guys. Go to ClayMilligan.com. Get a shirt. Get a hat. Tell them we sent you.
See you in the next one.
Exactly.